2, 1. Okay, I think we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another edition of Octo Sparks. Say hello to our friends.
Hi,
hello, friends, to everyone in the chat. Oi, Carolina. Hello, Lalima Sefole. Bonjour. And hello, Lorraine.
Hello, how are you?
I'm saying hello to all of our friends in the chat while we're settling in. I'm really excited about the stream today. It's going to be very fun, colorful, as you can already tell, and high energy. And maybe while we're settling in, we can pose a question to the chat. So since our theme this month is reimagining art, we're curious, what is an artist that's been inspiring you lately? It could be a musician, it could be a painter, or an architect, or a performer, an actor, any kind of artist that you've seen lately, and you're like, that person does cool work. Let's see, we have a lot of people joining the chat. Hi, Star, I'll play fun. And Zinnia's in the chat. Oh, IDK La Gaglogged. That's a funny username. Hello. They're saying we should make an art game, and we probably will be making an art game. So you joined the right stream. Hola, Rafael. Hola, Alexandra from Chile. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Drum. So, friends, do you want to say your name and maybe the group that you're representing today?
Sure, I'll start. My name is Lorena, and I'm from Fundación Cruzando in Chile. So, hi, everyone. So happy to be here with you.
I am Lula Garcia from Mexico. And we should also say the time. Right now is 9 a.m. in Mexico and 11, Lorena, in Chile?
Yes, that's right.
Fran, I'm also from Edu Creativos in Mexico.
Hi, I am Vero from Edu Creativos. I am from Mexico, and today is Teachers' Day in Mexico.
Yes.
Then I want to say my love for all the teachers all around the world. And I am from Edu Creativos. I am very happy to be here.
Me too. And Vero, your whole look, your whole scene, and your whole outfit, they look, one, amazing and so fun. What do you want to share about your whole setup today? Tell us about your outfit.
Okay, I want to say I always doing performance. I love to make performance because I'm a kindergarten teacher, and kindergarten teachers always need to motivate children to do something. And reimagining art, I try to reimagine my room and a picture of somebody I love her. She is Yayoi Kusama. And Yayoi Kusama used all of this. That's why I try to show her I am her fan, and I'm reimagining here all of this. I'm trying to be a little Yayoi Kusama.
Yeah, you're really reimagining Yayoi Kusama's art in your own world. And maybe we can now share a little video that you, a project that you made inspired by Yayoi Kusama's. And I remember you said that your inspiration was that you want to be inside of her artworks. So we'll watch this video. If you want to say anything about your project as it plays, feel free.
Well, once in Mexico, there were in a museum of art. I went to the Yayoi Kusama space and I introduced myself. Then I tried to do it with OctoStudio, introduced myself in her world. That's why I said, thank you. And she said to me, welcome, Vero.
Welcome.
it's
That's very cool because a lot of her artwork, they are like a whole immersive room that you walk into and you put yourself into. So it's cool that you are also
yes,
taking that inspiration and making it into an OctoStudio project. And
yes,
then,
that I was inspired in her work.
yeah. And then Lorena shared with me a project also inspired by Yayoi Kusama. We can share the video of where this project came from in a little bit, but do you want to just give a little preview, Lorena, of who made this project and why?
Sure. This video was made by a primary school teacher that we had a little experience with that I'll share later. So, gotta say that this is one of the first times that this teacher uses the app. So, to me, the result is amazing,
Yes.
very inspired in Yayoi Kusama and colorful as we're all
Yeah.
looking today.
I love how they edited the octopus to look like her artwork too. I never would have thought of something like that.
Right. And the way it changes the whole thing. It's just,
Yes.
it's beautiful.
And then let me share with you all some things from the chat because, you know, our friends can't see the chat right now, so I'll read it to them. But people are saying, I love the setup, Vero. People are saying, I'm loving the vibe. Hi, Alexandra. And then Alexandre from Brazil. Cheers from Sao Paulo. We're using OctoStudio with our students, and it's been a great experience to us. I love to hear that. Thank you so much. Let's see some more projects. So we also have a project from, we talked about you can put yourself into an artwork, but you can make yourself into an artwork. So I really love this project from our friend Brian because it's very inspired by like Picasso and Cubism and different forms of seeing. Lula, you're an art history teacher, so do you have any context for this piece that you want to share? An interesting thought, or yeah.
Well, it's amazing how through OctoStudio we can really, really reimagine any piece of art. Here we can see Brian. Brian took himself a picture and then disassembled himself and made himself into this cubism style. But at the same time, you can see Jajoy's style because, you know, she likes, well, she not only likes dots, but she works with dots because she has this mental situation that she has turned into art. And we can do it with OctoStudio. We can also do anything with OctoStudio. We have been doing other styles. Remember, with OctoStudio, you have a lot of examples as you have been showing. And like Lorena is saying, she was amazed how this is a first time try of this teacher, and she was creatively creating this style, like the Yayoi Kusama style, but she could be inspired by other arts. I remember you doing something with Yayoi also.
Mm-hmm. With Lorena doing something with Yayoi?
No, you. I remember when we were.
Oh, the project that I shared last week. Yes.
But also, there's another factor. What do you feel? The feeling that makes you express, and the connection that makes you express with the art.
That's what art is all about.
The connection.
Maybe I'll share one more project idea, because what I like about this project is you can also make art, physical art in the physical world, and bring that into your OctoStudio projects and extend it with some code and with some animation. So there's this project from our friend Dior, who wrote love, amor with Play-Doh, and then created this very cool, you know, and sometimes it says Omar, and sometimes it says Maro, so many different ways to jumble it up. And of course the little song from OctoStudio. It's very cool. Alrighty. So then lots of excitement in the chat. People are saying beautiful, me encanta. Emir, hello Emir, welcome. mind-blowing projects. I love this portrait from Brian. This is so great. Amir says, I have OctoStudio and I love it. Love to hear that. And a friend called IDK said, I don't know how to make this, when we were showing Brian's project. So maybe we could make a Brian's project remix or something like that on the live today. That could be something that I can do too. And more congratulations to every teacher. Congratulations, Veronica Estrada, muy dear sister. Hello, Araceli. That's from Araceli. So then, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be all making together. We've all decided that we're inspired by the work of Yayoi Kusama. I also think it's a very nice body of work to bring into OctoStudio because it's so colorful and fun, and there's all of this motif of the dots. So it feels like there's a lot of rich things to remix and explore there. So we'll go to start creating. People in the chat also, if you have ideas for how we can remix Yayoi Kusama's artwork or what direction our project should go in, please let us know. And here we also have Vero's phone, so Vero can maybe go editing this project or making a project and sharing with us how to do that.
Well, I want to know, I want to tell you some tips, maybe
share
for
some tips.
teachers.
That sounds great.
Yes, sorry.
Go ahead. What are your tips?
Yes, I want to tell teachers and students, you have everything around you. And I use, as a teacher, as a kindergarten teacher, I use everything I have. You can see my clothes, you can see my wig, you can see everything around. But I love to use things like this wood circles, wood magnetic, and they can use this and make things. I need to motivate. I put here, you have marbles too. You can use marbles, and you can use whatever you have near you to reimagine art. I love to use things like this, little balls, and I can touch it. I can send it everywhere. And I can use this sound. You put it in your leg, and you can jump, and it sounds. Then you can use it like this with stickers. I use stickers to reimagine art. You can see here I have a jar. And this jar has a hole. In the hole, you can see in the back the other circles. But the difference of this, I reimagine this with Kusama art. But this is the real face of my art. This is the real. Here I can see you.
That's a perfect vase for...
Can you see my eye?
Yes.
Or I can say hello. Well, you can do all of this only with the things you have. Even if you have clay, you don't have stickers, you can
I put some
do that
pom-poms on my hat.
with clay. Yes?
Yes.
Well, you have everything around you, and you need to use this because you need to have all your senses with you, and try to reimagine. You are an artist. Everybody has an artist inside. Then you combine with our OctoStudio, or technology is beautiful. You see my circles, and the circles are in the back. Doesn't move. Then I want to move. That's why I use OctoStudio with my friend Yor to make the project and do something with the circles to move. This is the moment to show Theo
You
the
want to show your
project.
project now? Okay.
No, if you want, you told me.
Well, let's start making a project.
Okay,
And
let's
then
start.
in a little bit we'll take a
Yes,
pause. We'll show your project. We'll show a video from Lorena. So let's
and
go
we can
into
play.
creation mode. We can play. And I think I had brought something very cool, which is a little mirror triangle, because I thought I could make like using Yayoi Kusama's work on the phone, I could make a very cool kaleidoscope. And I think I still will do that, but I also want to do maybe remix Brian's project idea, because we had a friend in the chat say, "Oh, I want to learn how to make that." So that's my idea. I'm gonna make some face cubism project. I'm wondering if Lorena, do you have an idea of what you want to make, or what's inspiring you?
Not yet. I mean, I've seen in the chat that people are really inspired by Brian's project, so I'm thinking that I might go that way.
Oh, maybe
I'll
you can
try.
make a version of Brian's project, yeah. And maybe I'll make
I
a
would love
kaleidoscope
that.
first. Yeah.
Excellent.
And then Lula, do you have an idea?
I'm going for Brian's because if we have newcomers, if we have first starters in the chat, it's a very, very good idea to start.
Oh, great. Okay. That sounds good. Oh, I'm reading in the chat. Let's see. Beautiful. We are all artists. We need to advocate for more creativity. From Paloma. Hi, Paloma.
Oh,
Look at that. Looks so fun. Okay. And then, Vero, do you want to make a new project while we chit chat? What's interesting to you?
If you want, we can make something with circles, with
That sounds
dots.
good.
With dots, a lot of dots doing
Yeah,
something.
there's some ideas in the chat. So somebody said, let's make dots and color them and make them glow.
Yeah.
From Star All Play Fun. There was, I think, somebody else. Yes, let's make dots in different colors and make them glow in a pattern. That's one
Perfect.
idea. Maybe I will start to make my little kaleidoscope idea from Yayoi inspired. So let's see. For friends who maybe haven't seen an OctoStudio project before, so when you start, you can start from a sprite or a backdrop. And I kind of already saved some pictures on my phone that I want to use in my project. So I'm going to start with a sprite. And I'm going to go to my photos. And you can see I saved some Yayoi Kusama artworks. I think I'm going to do this colorful one. Yes, this colorful one with the balls. And I put it on this the white background. Let's see. I want to cover the whole screen with this. So I'm going to duplicate it. There we go. Yes. Okay. And so I'm going to share the beginning of my idea, and maybe in the chat. So let's see. Are you ready? This is what it looks like, but when you put the mirror in it, it looks so cool. Like a kaleidoscope. So maybe there's something that we can do here to make it look really cool when we put hold the mirror up. I'm wondering if anyone in the chat has an idea. People are saying abstract art.
Abstract art.
There's also an idea for the dots project that somebody shared. The colors can glow when you tap on them. So that could be cool to try out. Yeah. Even just this is already very fun. And I'm moving the, oops. Let me go into this view here. see. Kaleidoscope. But maybe I can do, yes, Jenny says make it turn or move. Yeah, that's a good idea. So now I have these two sprites and maybe I'll make them like move this way forever. So I go to the orange category, has a lot of programming, you know, control blocks, including the repeat forever loop. So I pulled that out. And then in the green category, there's the move block. So I have it move to the right forever. Maybe I'll make it move slowly. I'm gonna duplicate this one. Oops, I didn't mean duplicate. I'm gonna copy it to the other sprite. And now let's see. I'll press play. Oh, interesting. Okay. That looks pretty cool.
It looks amazing.
It's funny when it jumps and the white background shows up for a little bit. You know. Let's see now. So Lorena, Lula, are you making a version of Brian's project?
I was
No,
trying.
sorry, Lula. Go ahead, Lula.
I was trying to I was starting with the Brian's project, but suddenly I got caught up with yours.
Maybe we can make Brian's project ideas sort of together. Like I'll do the phone and we can figure out which of the steps. Oh, Jenny, good
that would be
idea. Make the
amazing.
backdrop the same photo. We'll go back and we'll do that. Let's see. Oh, IDK also said, I know some of the code for Brian's game. Okay, good. Okay, let's see. So how do we start with making something like Brian's?
First thing, we have to take a picture of ourselves.
Okay, so I'll do the spray and this time I'll do camera. And I'll take a picture of myself.
Yes.
There you go.
How should I cut it out? Should I cut it out with a shape?
Yeah, I think so.
Brian used a
Probably.
lot of squares and rectangles, right?
Yeah.
So I'll do that. Here's that. Okay, and then next, what should I do?
You can duplicate your photo and try to cut in the second. You can cut the pieces maybe.
Yes. So I duplicate
Try.
it, and then I go back to the pencil to edit, and then I can I can cut something again.
Then you have the normal photo, and then if you duplicate, you can cut the other. You have two, you can cut the second, and then you can make your puzzle.
I'm not figuring out how to cut from this photo because it's just selecting. Maybe I'll take another one. Maybe I'll just say, yeah, I'll take another photo and cut from there. And maybe I'll cut my smile
Yeah.
here. Big smile.
I love that.
Then
That it's
when
yes,
you move
yes.
it-
That it's bigger.
I think that looks kind of nice.
Yes.
Yeah,
And it looks funny.
It looks very funny.
It does. It does. It's cool to play with the slices.
Mm-hmm.
He did the same thing with one eye, I think, and one
Yes.
ear. So it looks.
Oh, we should do those. We should do the eye and the ear. But I also want the smile. I want it to be a surprise, so I don't want it to show in the beginning.
Right.
So how do I do that? I have to hide it. right?
And we are reimagining Theo.
Reimagining me.
And we can put you a lot of dots in your face.
Oh yeah, that would be fun. I like that too. So right now it's like this. Maybe it's hide, and then after some time, maybe after 2 seconds, it'll show.
You can have in your back the dots, and then you are moving inside the dots.
So I'll add, let's see, we can add these dots.
That
And I'll make it big. And oh, here's maybe a block that a lot of people ask sometimes when they're like, I want a sprite to be behind another sprite. And you can do that in the purple scene category. There's a block that says layer. So I want to say that I want the dots to be behind my picture. There we go. And then, what else? Somebody in the chat said, add more pics. Put it in a forever loop. Use the squares of the clothes, my clothes, and paint them with different colors. That's fun. Which part should I do next, friends?
Your eyes. Your
My
eyes.
Yes.
eyes? Okay.
You need to move your eyes to the
Blinking
left,
eyes.
or to the left, or if you cut it, you can move it like this.
So maybe I'll do one open eye to make one
You
bigger.
have the
Right.
And then I'll also do a blinking eye.
Or an upside down eye.
Ooh, okay, I like that.
or you can move it like this. You have the third eye in your in the middle of your face, and you have your third eye.
Here we go. Big eye.
I'm watching you.
I'm watching you. So this one also will start hide. And
Yeah, I have an idea. Like, for example, let's place your mouth in a different place, your nose in a different place.
Oh.
Like having different places. The eyes are not in the same place as normal.
Right. It's
Right.
still from another world.
Yeah, you're like an alien.
I like the upside down eye. So right now it goes like this,
Yeah.
but maybe we can have my mouth move too. Should we have the mouth move like over here to the side? So right now there's the eye and it turns and the mouth moves. Well, I think the mouth looks kind of funny like here. Maybe the mouth can go upside down too. What do you?
If you play this with children, you can make them with a more autoestima en español, because they need to feel, I'm going to be a joke of my face, and there's a good thing for me because I can laugh for me, not the others. They're going to laugh about me. I'm going to laugh first. And this is a very good activity for
That's so
children
true.
and younger.
Well, it looks like I got a little bit disconnected from the chat, but it says, please wait. Oh, we're reconnected. We're back with the chat. Somebody gave the idea to shake and move it to a random place.
Yes.
Oh, that's another one that you shake it and suddenly you reorganize yourself.
That's a good idea.
That's
like
good.
Mr.
Of
Potato.
Of course, the concept of reorganizing is not putting your eyes in the same in your correct place according to the humans, but
Yes,
your
it
ears.
has to be-
That's right.
An abnormal place. Here's my ear.
Like Mr. Potato in Toy Story.
Exactly like Mr. Potato.
Yes.
Remember that we had for this month we have a potato face project.
Yes.
Also.
My ear looks so big.
And the smile is the best part.
So then maybe when I shake, so I'm also gonna wait and then show. And then when I shake, the ear should go somewhere.
Something
random.
happened. When I play this with children, I always said the word abracadabra. And then I shake it and something happened and they said, wow.
And when I touch, my mouth goes upside down. Ooh, my light went off. 1 second, y'all. There we go. Okay. Let's see. So we've started 2 projects. We've started the Cubism Face project and we started the Kaleidoscope project. And I see we have a lot of ideas for both projects in the chat. People want to do more loops, move to random places, make things glow, make things spin. We can come back to these. Welcome, SSA Vlogs. Hello, hello. Maybe now we can Vero, you wanted to share one of your projects. Do you want me to share it on my phone?
Well, whatever. If you want to share it, maybe it's better. I can tell about. You see, my
so
dress.
This is the first one.
Yes, this is my dress. Then I took a picture of my dress, and we start, Pure and me, playing with the dots and what we need to do. If you you have the white circle, and the white circle has an actions. When you move it, when you tilt it.
Yes. It's very beautiful. Here, let me see if I can also show the camera the tilting.
When you tilt,
presiónalo. Press
it.
It's on. In this is only tilt.
Yeah,
in the other
tilt. And then there's another one. This one.
And the other one, and the marimba too. If you want to do that, some balls you want to put a face in your project, then you can put it. You can have the project and you can paint in the little dots, and then you have another project.
So I'll press play on this one. This one.
Like this. And if you touch it, what happened if you touch it?
They glow. Oh, they play.
And they sound.
I love this.
You can have different senses in your projects, and you can have project 1, marimba 2, marimba 3, marimba 4, whatever, maybe marimba 100, and because you can change.
Yeah.
You can change and you can be better in every project and try to have more ideas and what do you need to do. And the very best is when you create and you put your imagination in your projects. And OctoStudio can help you. So to put in that in your mind and in your project. It's a very good place to reimagine art, to reimagine what are you feeling and what are your emotions, and what are if colors have to be with emotions. Blue is one emotion, but red is another emotion, and green is an. You can see Shrek is green, and others are blue. Some heroes are blue, and some heroes are red. But we have all the heroes inside us. Then we can put it away using OctoStudio in our projects.
And Vero, you're really showing what it means to be an artist, because you said that you were inspired by something that you saw. You're inspired by Yayoi Kusama, and so you dressed up in the dots, and then you saw your clothes, and you were inspired by that, and you said, "Let me make a project about it with your friend Yor." So collaborating also. You made a project, and you didn't even just leave it at there. You then, well, now I have more ideas for this kind of project, and you make a second one. And so you're really showing how all of creating is just remixing ideas together.
Yes.
And always being open to being inspired by things around you, and even your own work, right? The things that you make.
Collaboration is the best way to learn.
So
and if you share something and somebody take your idea, then you can find. I was inspired with Yayoi, and then I tried to put all this world, all her world, in a project. But not only I made a project, I made all my scenario, all my feelings. If I put this, I feel different. And that's why I try to do this kind of things most of the time. If I want to talk about Frida, I look like Frida. Yes, but if I am Vincent van Gogh, I don't cut my ear. No, never.
That's too extreme. That's too much.
That's too much.
Yeah.
But you need to try to feel what they feel. Yes, and then that's why I try to motivate children, because I'm a kindergarten children, but I teach teachers. Then I try to teach them, not only made a project, no, made, ¿cómo dices? Ambiente.
Environment.
The environment, yes, the environment, yes. You can do it, all this environment, to do something better and to feel better. If you want to laugh, yes, you need to make something, and you need to put all of them in a good moments. And that's why we want to have here now good moments.
Yeah.
Have you have a good moments now? You feel good? Put your hand like that, or put a reaction, and we can see what do you feel now? What are you feeling now? You want to cry, or you want to sing, or you want to laugh? What are you feeling? Or you are angry? Show us what are you feeling, because emotions.
Some people are putting like the crying penguin going like this. So I think they feel good, but also there's a crying penguin. And a lot of heart reactions. A lot of heart reactions in the chat. Heart. Well, I wanted to also share with people who are watching that if you want to find more project inspiration and maybe even remix some projects, like Vero just remixed her own project and showed us, the OctoStudio team put together, and we're trying this out for the first time this month in Octo Sparks, but we put together a Padlet, which is a website that you can share lots of different things on, and we learned that we can share OctoStudio projects and videos on Padlet. So we've made a Padlet for Reimagining Art with projects from Vero, from Lula, from Lorena, from our friends from Shristi as well, and from all over the world, from Yor. And so if you want, you can go and check it out, download the project onto your phone, open it in OctoStudio, and you can already have something to start from and remix. Or maybe you even just want to see how it was made. And so we have the QR code here if you want to scan it to open the Padlet, and we also have put it in the chat link. And we'll be sharing this link also on our social media, so keep an eye out for that. And now that we're also in a little bit of a talking break, I was wondering if maybe Lorena, we want to talk a little bit, because you told me you're planning a very exciting style of workshop for OctoStudio. So do you want to share a little bit about it? And I'll start
Sure.
the video.
Love that.
Beginning. Let's see. So here's
Excellent.
the video. Yeah, what's happening here?
All right. Okay. So the thing is, we invited a few primary school teachers to this experience. We wanted them to get to know OctoStudio for the first time. So we had a very short and small workshop where they had the chance to download the app and start creating for the first time with just a few instructions and just being inspired by just their surroundings. The idea was that they could actually learn how to use the app so that we could go to a second part of the project and take them to a museum. So here in this videos that you're watching, they're actually during the workshop learning and sharing and asking questions and like just discovering everything the app has so that we could go to the second part. We took them to a museum where they had the chance to explore whatever they wanted. There were several exhibitions, so they could be inspired by different projects and different colors and art and ideas. And they could do whatever. The idea was to reimagine art. So if they saw something they liked, they could take a picture, make a video, or do whatever, so they could reimagine art and do their own project.
That's so fun.
And it was, I mean, I'm just surprised by the fact that this was their first time using the app, and it felt so simple, so intuitive.
Oh, here they are at the museum, right?
They're still at the workshop, and here they are at the museum.
Cool.
So they could find like different modern pieces. And then we actually went into a room created for children, and there was an octopus that they also used for, yeah. So there's the octopus.
That's a beautiful
somewhere
room.
there.
Wow.
So you could actually interact with different textures and materials, and they could
Oh, look at
take
that.
pictures and be inspired. Yeah. And it was just crazy to see all the things they could do. And then they ended up working on a project. And the idea is that they can experiment what their students are going to when they take them to a museum and interact with the real world and the digital world, bring them together and just let their imagination do the rest. So
Wonderful. I think kids will have a lot
Yeah.
of fun doing this, and it'll change
They
what it's like to
will.
go to a museum, right? Because it's not just you
Exactly.
have to observe the art, but you get to make something with it. You get to really be
Right.
inspired by it and share something about your own ideas. I love that so much.
Exactly. You make it your own. And then the idea is that there's a third part of the project is that they create their own museum at their school
Wow.
by showing their projects so that they reimagine specific type of art, and then they can show it and make a museum, charge an entrance fee or whatever, to make the whole experience.
Everyone gets a ticket, yes. So they'll put their
Exactly.
phones or something or tablets and showcase their project
Exactly.
like in a gallery. Very cool.
Exactly.
Well, I hope you share more about that experience also, so other educators and even kids around the world can be inspired and see that.
And you can even go to, I don't know, the some room in your house or somewhere in your school. You don't even have to go to a museum specifically. You can just go wherever, to the street or
Yeah.
to a shop, I mean, inspiration is everywhere.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Great minds. Well, we have just a little bit of time, and maybe we can finish up one thing from our projects. Should we go work on the Cubism project or on the Kaleidoscope project?
Maybe the Kaleidoscope?
The Kaleidoscope project. Okay.
Or maybe we have some friends that have been in the Padlet. Maybe recover some impressions from their visit in the Padlet. Maybe they clicked
oh
in
yeah,
the
so in the chat somebody said,
Yes.
let's see.
Maybe ask them if
Our
they
friend
went into the
Rupal, hi
Padlet.
Rupal, said, so cool to see all the examples on the Padlet. IDK said, give me an idea for my game. And I'll say, maybe some of the projects on the Padlet will give you a good idea. And our friend Victor said, thanks for the Padlet. I hope that people find it inspiring and like fun to start from a project and remix. And also, as we always say, whatever you make on OctoStudio, please share with us on social media. You can tag our accounts at OctoStudio app on Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn, or if you want to share on YouTube also. And you can use hashtag OctoStudio app. We would just love to see what you're making. And especially if you remix something from the Padlet, I think that would be really cool to see.
And also what was the personal experience for Lorena, what she saw, all the process that she saw in this idea of visiting the museum, inviting everybody.
And I want to say something about that. When Lorena went to the museum, she has an objective. He has a theme. He has everything in collaboration with children. But sometimes I love to go to the museums. I saw the children alone because their teachers send them, but they are not with them. And the thing is to need to be with them to make more experiences, not only go and look and then give me what you look. No, it's more than that. When you go to the museum, it's a collaboration theme and a collaboration experience. And Lorena, I think is the best when you go that way.
Yeah,
it's true. Completely agree.
And related to that, somebody, our friend Rupal also shared in the chat, not only were you inviting them to remix the art, you're inviting them to remix the idea of a museum, which is really, really cool, right? I think it would be cool to remix the idea of a museum where, you know, you see the work of art on the wall and you don't just see it, but you can pick it up, play with it, tap it, tilt it, right? Move with it. And maybe even...
Right.
I really like this project. I'm gonna send it to myself so I can remix it. Something like that.
We want to see your project, Theo. You show us. It was wonderful. I love it.
Do you mean this? The ones we were working
the
on?
The Yayoi Kusama project you made.
Okay. Well, it's on my other phone, so I don't have that phone connected. But I would definitely put it on the Padlet.
Well, you can put it there because it's so beautiful. And we learn about the others. And this is the meaning of this OctoStudio tool, because we can remix, we can share, and we can have a collaboration groups in this. I think it's the best way to learn.
Maybe I can share my project like this. It's kind of like Vero's project because it's tilting and sound. And I use the same kaleidoscope image of this room with the dots. And so I press play.
That looks so cool.
Oh, maybe I have to put my sound up. So you can hear the sounds maybe?
Yes.
This is the project that Vero's talking about.
You don't need a lot of things. You only need to imagine with simple things like dots or circles or squares, whatever you like.
So we can look at your code, because your project was very similar to Vero. And it's kind of like for each of these dots, you know, when the white ball touches them, they glow and they make a sound. Yeah, they glow and they make.
And you can see when I make workshops, I send the idea, I put the materials, but everybody are going to make different things, even with the same materials, even with the same idea. Everybody is going to put their own feelings in that project, and we're going to have a lot of projects different, even with the same things. If you said in a workshop, you only have dots or circles or balls, what you can do, are you going to see? They can do malabarism. Like, even with this, it's a good exercise to do, because I'm not looking at the balls, but I'm trying to catch it.
Vero, you're so fun. I love that. I love that you have a ball pit in your house, even just to start from there.
I have a little museum in my house.
Yeah.
All my house is a museum.
That's so true. You've turned your house into a museum.
Yes.
Let's see. Well, I wanted to share, because I made a little edit to the kaleidoscope project from Yayoi Kusama.
Okay.
Because now Jenny gave the suggestion to make the background be the same picture. And then also, I don't remember who said it in the chat.
That is so pretty.
Turn.
Wow.
So now we have like different motion types. I'm going to put the one that turns on top. Maybe that's one edit I will make real quick. Let's see.
I love that.
Arrange. See, we're using that layer block again. Yeah, in front of that. Yes. Now,
I never use layer. I'm going to try it.
Yeah, me too.
it's very useful for when you're, you don't want to hide things unintentionally. Look at this. And making something like this is very easy.
You can use this in if you have a party, and you can put it in the screen, a big screen, and the boys can dance
to set the
like
party
a
vibes.
disco, like a disco time.
That's music.
Yeah. And
That's
I was
right.
going to say that it's very easy to make a little kaleidoscope. You just need three mirrors, and to tape them together like this, like in a triangle. And you don't even need a nice mirror. Sometimes they have those very flimsy, cheap cardboard back mirror that's very thin. That works perfectly well. And so you can get like a big sheet and cut it and put it together into the three mirrors. And then with just a little bit of code, you can make really cool kaleidoscope effect. Yes. Okay, well, we're just about wrapping up.
You are reimagining art with mirrors.
Yeah, reimagining art with mirrors. And it's cool because it's also, a couple months ago we did patterns. And so I was remixing that idea from the mirrors and the kaleidoscope from when we did patterns. So everything in your life is going to inspire and influence you. So
It's a constant learning.
What was that, Lula?
You're learning always. You're always learning.
Always learning.
Constant learning.
Yeah. And okay, we're just about to wrap up. I know that went by so fast. Carol says this live could last for hours, and I agree. I feel like we could make like 5 more projects together. I had so much fun. How are you all feeling?
But
I
we
did
can
too.
say
This was
goodbye
fun.
singing. Can we say goodbye singing?
We can say goodbye singing. What do you want to sing, Vero?
Adieu. So long, farewell, auf
So
Wiedersehen,
long.
goodbye. Adieu, 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 adieu. Tan tararan tan 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 tararan tan tan. So long, farewell, auf
Goodbye,
Wiedersehen,
farewell.
goodbye.
Bye.
Adieu, adieu. Tan tararan tan 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 tararan tan tan.
Yeah, see you
Octo
all.
Studio.
This is
Bye,
the
everyone.
OctoStudio.
See you all next month, where we'll be talking about.
Thank you.
Ooh, I always share the Octo Sparks theme early. Maybe we'll keep it a little bit more of a secret. But next month, it's also gonna be a super fun and exciting one, as always. Thank you so much for all of our friends who joined us on the live stream. Thank you to all of our friends who joined us in the chat. Can't wait to see you again. Don't forget to share your projects, because we really do love to see it. And I guess this is where we say adieu, adieu.
Adieu, adieu. Don't
Ciao.
forget, we